everyone, Christina Del Rey with your astrology forecast for November 15th, 2020. We have Venus squaring off with the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. Then Venus later in the week is going to square off with Saturn. In the middle of the week, we have Uranus opposite Mercury, and that is going to bring some big surprises, some big truths, and maybe even some secrets coming out in the open. Let's take a look at your sign for the week, but first, hit that subscribe button, share, and like. Thank you. Pisces, so last week you had Jupiter-Pluto coming together in a part of the sky for their last meeting for at least 12 years in your area of groups, in your area of hopes, wishes, and dreams. So there may have been big changes in organizations that you hang out with or that you are a part of, friends that you are a part of, because this is the area of friends as well. And there might have been like a high point or like a point of culmination of something that started in April 1st, and then it happened again in June, and then last week. So something here was going on, some kind of big transformation in the way of friends and groups that you hang out with. So now Venus is going to square this area of the chart. So this could be a clash in relationships yet again. It's coming from the 8th house, so there could be secrets revealed. This could be secrets coming out in a group or an organization that you belong to. This could be money as well that has to do with a friend. This is not a good time to loan money to a friend. Perhaps you're trying to get money back from a friend, or a friend is asking you for money, and this might put some tension in the relationship. Something, or maybe, a friend owes you money, and, you have to change the way that you deal with them. But, be on the lookout for that this week. Venus will also square Saturn too, so there might be like an authority figure in a group that you belong to, or somebody who is a friend who acts like they're an authority figure, kind of putting a block on something that you want, or a relationship, and it's frustrating, so it forces you to like make a move. This could be somebody with different financial values too, like maybe you're talking with a friend and you realize that your values are completely different, or maybe the organization that you are with, your values or the way you want to spend money is completely different, or the way you think money should be spent is different, but something is going on with these two areas. This is also intimacy too, so maybe this is like, a change. Maybe you meet somebody through an organization and, you're motivated to get to know them better. This could be many things. Then on Tuesday, we have Mercury standing across the sky from Uranus. So Mercury isn't a part of the sky for you that has to do with philosophy. It has to do with higher education. It has to do with long distance travel and being out in the world. So it's standing across from Uranus, which is shaking up your area of communication, because Uranus right now is in Taurus, and that is a part of the sky that has to do with siblings, cousins, neighbors, contracts, and thoughts. Okay, so Mercury opposite Uranus, so maybe your thoughts are coming out, maybe like, that there's a lot of deep thoughts happening right now, and your philosophies on them. So maybe a bit of news comes to you that sort of changes that philosophy for you. Mercury Uranus is often like surprise, so something could come as a surprise, even in a legal matter as well, and sort of expose something that you don't really always want to look at. This might be good for therapy as well. If you're talking to somebody, if you're going to therapy and you're voicing your concerns, this could help in that matter as well. Maybe get into perspective, your philosophies. This is like digging deep. This is digging deeply into philosophies, or digging deeply into education, or like worldly matters and communicating about them, but like looking at something ugly. It feels like to me like you're looking at something ugly first before you're like dealing with it. Last week we talked about how Mars was stationing direct, and when a planet stations, it's at its most powerful. So you may have felt this surge over the weekend, Thursday on, in your second house to make things happen in the area of finances, to make things happen in the area of your values or material things. So if you felt that energy, or maybe you even had like a surge of anger about money, that could have been too. But you're going to turn that into motivation, and as Mars starts to pick up speed again, you're going to realize what your Mars retrograde lessons were about, because Mars did turn retrograde in September. So there was an area connected to, your self-esteem, your finances, your material belongings, that you were internalizing, and now you can start to move forward with that. And, maybe you're earning money for the first time and you're developing self-esteem, or maybe you got a raise and now your self-esteem is higher and your material gains are higher, but something here is moving forward for you. All right, Pisces, it is going to be an intense week, but it will be a good week.